Oh, did you start? Sorry, I didn't hear you. Um, Really proud of our players. I thought that was a great team win. First half altogether, but especially the first quarter, I thought we were really dominant. I loved how aggressive we were offensively. We were executing even in transition or half court set, whatever it was. We were getting whatever we wanted. We were definitely the aggressors. Second half, I thought we got a little, laid back, and we had to kind of ramp ourselves up again. But what we showed was really pretty. It was impressive today.
What is the key to starting a game well like that? I know you make that a point of emphasis to come out and play well, but it doesn't always happen.
Yeah, I mean, our starts have been pretty good this year. I think, there's some quarters that we got to fix that we've been talking about, but it's just about being the aggressor and defending our home court, number one, but then also everybody just buying into that. I think our players were really locked in and have been locked in, particularly since Vandy lost, and I think that, we just have like a different focus about us, and so, hopefully we continue to do that.
Samiah, this was your second game back, first one at JPJ. What was it like to finally make your debut here?
I was super nervous, I'm not gonna lie. Just first game back jitters, but when you have coach confident in your team confident in you, just play.
When you got to play at Boston College, how much rust did you have to work through getting back into it?
She was out there balling.
WD-40 over here. Put some
no
W-
rush.
put some
Swiss spray.
WD-40.
Just a little bit.
Coach, what the effect of being able to put Samiah at the 4 and move Romy to the 3, what does that do for your whole lineup?
I think, first of all, I think we have a really deep team. I think that we have a lot of weapons. Honestly, we're huge with that lineup. Romy at the 3, she's like 6'3".
Thanks.
How tall is she?
She's not 6'3".
Yes, I am.
Okay. They go back and forth about that. But and then you obviously have Samiah and Tabby. So the length that we have is pretty good. And then rebounding. So obviously that's a staple, and that's what we want to do. So it allows us to do that. Mo and Paris in that lineup too. They're not small guards. So we're really long, physical, athletic. And I think we started the game great.
Romy, I know you'll play wherever the coach wants you to play, but do you feel more comfortable is the 3 more of a natural position for you than the 4?
I think I got reps at the guard in the last couple of days, so I'm still trying to get comfortable in that position. But like you said, wherever she put me, I'll be there. I'll produce. I'll be there for my teammates. So, it really doesn't matter. So yeah.
It's kind of weird because in the summertime she was playing more guard, and then we switched, and she was like all 4, especially when she was out. And then now it's kind of going back to the guard. So she can play either position, but I think it's just getting used to it again because it was literally all 4 for like, a month and a half or something like that. Yeah.
You go into a 10-day break now with final exams. How do you feel about the team? Once you come back out, you'll get back in ACC play pretty quickly. What do you think about the progress your team has made over the first 11 games?
I think we've made a lot of progress. I think we've grown a lot. We've had a lot of adversity. Well, now we're starting to get healthy. Bree will come back, and we're just getting, healthier and healthier. But we have another game before ACC play starts. We have Winthrop at the end of finals week, and then we go home for Christmas, and then we have ACC. So we have a little bit of time before that, and so I'm really focused on Winthrop, But first, they need to do well in their finals. And then, during this week, we can get some time to, recover. We've had a lot of games, some travel, things like that. So recovery is big, but then also working on us individually. So we'll do some individual workouts, work on skill sets, things like that. And then team practices, of course, just to stay ready. But it's a time, the next 10 days, I believe it is, it's time we can continue to work on us, but then also recover from this part of the season.
I saw Olivia posted something today about her surgery. Is that an injury she tried to play through and just couldn't?
Yeah, I think she's had a bunch of ankle problems, since she's been here. I think it started her freshman year, to be honest, and she's played through a lot of them and tried to be resilient, but it just got to the point where she, had to get something done. So unfortunately, she won't be, playing the rest of the season, but, you saw everybody go over there in the beginning at the huddle to make sure she's involved, so she's a great teammate to everybody, and I know she'll continue to do that.
Samiah, I know you came back from a much more serious injury at LSU. Did that experience help you deal with this less severe injury?
Honestly, I've had 5 knee surgeries, I think. So, I mean, well, it's like you said, I've had way worse injuries. So, yeah, it wasn't bad.
Wasn't her first rodeo.
Coach, you guys had a season low 7 fouls. Was that an emphasis on today of like composure and not fouling on shots?
Yeah, I mean, it was. I told him right before the game started, show your hands on everything. So we're trying to get better in that area. I don't think there was a lot of fouls called, period, in the game, which was great because it allowed us to play, allowed us to get in the flow. So I didn't think there was just, there wasn't a lot of – I think we did a great job of not fouling, but there also wasn't a lot of fouls to call because we only got to the line 6 times. I would like to see us get to the line more than that. But I thought, the game was called well, and I thought we played well.
Romy and Samaya, you guys have 54 of your points in the paint. What was working so well inside for you guys as a team that lets you be that productive inside?
You got it, Ron.
I mean, for me, I think just have that chemistry with the bigs. Every time I got the ball outside, I was like, yep, assist Maya's hands. I'm just going to throw it in there, and she's going to catch it, especially when there is no help side, and they're fronting our bigs for the most part. So, I mean, it was such an easy, look. And, yeah, whenever we see that, I mean, we just got to do it. We got to execute. And, Coach Mox called it out. I passed it in there, and we just, 56 points. So, yeah.
On the defensive end, you held Howard to under 30% from three-point. Was that an emphasis going into this as part of the game plan to kind of keep them shooting inside, or was that a good benefit of a strong defensive performance tonight?
I think our defense was good. Howard is a good team. I should have probably started out that way. I have a lot of respect for what they're doing. I think they have some great players. They're well coached. That's a good team, and they beat some people already this year, and I know they're going to have a great season. So, we really wanted to make sure that we were the aggressors and kind of assert ourselves early. Like, we wanted to make sure defensively we were, locked in on the game plan, but then offensively we played our game. So I was excited to see that because that is a great team that we just beat. I mean, their net is like top 100. I think they're gonna surprise a lot of people this year. So it was a great defensive effort because I know that they can really fill it up.